Hello, Rob McNeilly here again, and just wanted to make some comments about how we might be able to add to our effectiveness in dealing with conflicts in our relationships, then with couples, with families, and just to state the obvious that we humans are relating beings. Uh, the Hausa people from uh, Africa say, "Because we are, I am." And we can notice that when our relationships are going well, we're going well. When our relationships are not going well, we're not going well. So relationships are a central concern for us humans, and there's a huge amount of suffering that goes on in for us when our relationships are not how we might want them to be. When couples come or a family comes for therapy, they generally come as a couple or as a group of individuals. You say to a couple, what's in conflict? What's happening? And he says, well, she does that. And then she says, well, he does that. And then it's he, she. It's him, her, them, and the family. Oh, it's the daughter. Oh, it's the mother or it's the father. There's always a bunch of individuals. So, and a lot of people are reluctant to work with couples or families because they say it's hard enough to deal with one individual, but when you've got a bunch of them, it's like, whoa, how do you deal with all of that chaos? And it turns out that there are ways that we can actually harness the complexity and help to simplify it. For example, if we say to a couple, what is it about being a couple for you as a couple that's important to you? As a couple, what is it that you like to do as a couple? What is it that you like about that? What's the problem that's happening for you as a couple that you would like to do something about? What is it about you as a couple that has that problem be such a problem to you? What's missing for you as a couple that if you were able to connect with it, reconnect with it, learn it, then things may be a lot more the way you want them to be? With a family, we can say, what does this family like to do as a family? When the family does this activity that they like to do, what is it about this that is so good for the family, that the family appreciates so much? What's the problem for the family that brings you here that you want to do something about? What is it about this particular problem that it causes such a problem for you as a family? What is it about this that troubles the family? What's missing for the family that if you as a family could connect, could reconnect, or could learn that you'd be okay, what would that be? When we ask questions which are addressed to the couple or to the family, as if the couple or the family are an entity, simply asking those questions of a couple as a couple, of a family as a family, helps to evoke from within the couple a coupledness, helps to evoke within the family a familyness, so that in the very response to those questions, a couple is created, a family is created, and it takes away and it relieves us from having to go down the rabbit hole of, oh, what's the problem for you and how come that's a problem for this other person? What can we do to compromise? Well, how can we mediate this so that everyone will be begrudgingly accepting of some kind of minimal um, some minimal compromise. Instead of that, we can help to have actually connect the couple, connect the family members as a couple, as a family, simply by asking those questions. Now, what do you like and what do you like about it? What's the problem? What's the problem about that? How come? What's missing for you as an individual? That's an approach that I like to use and I like to share with other people, and a lot of people find that's helpful. So the examples that I've given in relation to what are you as a couple or a family like and so on is a function of the way I like to work. But if you have a way that you like to work with a family, my invitation is, instead of trying to work with the individuals in whatever way that you happen to be working with them as individuals, if you start to do what you would normally do with an individual and treat the couple or the family as an entity, my invitation is to do that, to try that, and see what difference might occur. I have found that by using this approach, two individuals can come in with conflict, and within a surprisingly short time, they can then begin to resolve the issue and have a desired outcome as a couple. Families come in, and they usually have a designated client. It's the daughter who's not eating, or it's the son who's messing up. And if we ask these questions, or we treat the family in whatever way you like to work as an entity, the family begins to be created, begins to emerge, begins to happen as an entity. So it's pretty simple, and my invitation is for you to play with this, nothing complicated, and it would be a pleasure to hear from you about what you found to be useful about that, what was beneficial about that. So thanks for listening, and have some fun with exploring the way it can be easier and more respectful when we do this. Thank you.